Hello everyone, I'm Tracy and thank you for tuning in today. So I have another Lahaina Fire update, and I took a little time off this week because I was just a little overwhelmed with everything. So I have a pretty decent amount of topics I'm going to cover today. So I'll start out with I would say the least important of them. That was the HECO hearing in DC. So the Hawaiian Electric Company was asked to make statements and answer questions in DC in front on Capitol Hill in front of Congress. I think they were all congressmen and women. And they claimed they did not turn off the power. They did not de-energize the power lines. And the person that was speaking for the most part, her name is Shelly Kimura. She's the CEO of Hawaiian Electric. And she says that they did not de-energize the power lines on the morning of August 8th because of protocols made in 2019 based on what was learned from plans and missteps in California. I don't know what that means, and I think she's just saying what she feels she has to say. If you've been following, my earlier videos, you'll know, you probably already feel the same, that I don't think these fires were started by power lines. Yes, I think they went down, but I don't think that is the cause of the fire or fires that happened that day. So they brought really very little documentation, or they didn't even have like a solid timeline of the orders given out that day. Even when they were asked if they can provide it in the future, they were very elusive. So I really don't think anything was accomplished at this hearing. It was just a huge waste of time. She also said it would take 12 to 18 months to know the exact cause of the fire. But I think we all know that it had nothing to do with down power lines, right? Okay, so that was that. Okay, and then I have a couple of testimonies I want to play for you guys. One of them took place in Honolulu, and there were a few people that spoke. The thing I wanted to point out is you can see Senator Kurt Favela in the back. He's in that pink shirt. So Kurt Favela, I've been reporting on how he's been instrumental in trying to get the housing development group to move from Honolulu to Lahaina, so that the people of Lahaina could be involved in the planning of rebuilding Lahaina. So right now, a lot of these plans have been going on behind closed doors in Honolulu, but I think the governor is very aware that this is not what the people of his state want. And the main reason for this demonstration was to let the governor know and let everyone know that on October 8th, that's when the governor is planning to open West Maui up for tourism. The people that have signed this and are talking about it during this time don't want that to happen for obvious reasons. A lot of the people that are still there have lost loved ones and often lost everything that they had, including their house and every possession. So it's just way too early to be inviting tourists into the area. So I think they will get their way. And I think if someone was planning to go to Maui for a vacation in October, I have a feeling they won't choose to go to West Maui. There are other parts of Maui, Hana and Wailuku, things like that, that they could easily visit if they wanted to go to Maui. Okay, and then another testimony was given at a Maui community meeting. And the person I wanted to highlight, his name is Mike Whitehead, and he is a graduate of Lahaina Luna High School, so I'm guessing he is from Maui. And what is really significant about his testimony is he made it very clear, and this is how I felt from the beginning, that these were not wildfires. I think that word was used to push the narrative that this was a natural disaster, and I would say most people don't believe that was the case. I would say most of us believe that they were intentionally set and making them not a wildfire. So I'll let you hear what he has to say.
Aloha, my name is Mike Whitehead. I'm an 84 graduate of Lion Luna. First of all, this could take a little longer than 3 minutes. I think the rules should be changed because what happened to Lahaina was not typical for a community meeting. This is not a typical community meeting. For myself, to get my frustrations and my ideas out in 3 minutes is kind of tough. And I understand we're trying to watch it, but this shouldn't be. Those rules should be changed. 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, but even that is too short. First off, the narrative bothers me. This was not a wildfire. This was a planned and choreographed fire of Lahaina town, and our town was burnt. I don't like seeing it or hearing called wildfires. We all know this was planned. At least that's my, and from everybody I've spoken with, believes. Why was there no water in the hydrants? I know people who were in the neighborhood that burnt, watched the hoses go down. We're the firemen who called it in and said there was no water. Second, I'm going to move this along just because I'm trying to be respectful of your rules, even though this should change. Land, we should all be allowed to build back. And those that want to relocate because of the devastation and can't handle it or not, don't want to deal with it, they can relocate. If they sell their land, there should be a moratorium to selling land to outside investors. Only Lahaina people should be able to buy. Get a list of everybody that doesn't own a home in Lahaina. Renters, long-term residents, not the kid on his parents' dime living in Lahaina and buying it through him. It should be residents of Lahaina. You should have a list, and any parcels that come up available should be available for Lahaina residents. That will give us the opportunity. All permits in Lahaina, single-family homes, should be revoked. That is what drove us out. That's what drove us out and drove up the property values. McMansions, I heard in an informational meeting, we're going to be allowed to put back their original home.
Okay, and speaking of people speaking out about the fact that this was a intentional, she said, planned and choreographed fire. MMA fighter Bryce Mitchell, after he won a fight with Dan Ige, who was from Hawaii, he took that opportunity. He used his platform to speak about the fire in Lahaina, and he brought his Bible, and I'll let you hear what he has to say.
Well, fight fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards, and here are the totals. 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28, all for your winner by unanimous decision, Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell!
Let's go! This is your time.
No,
it's
it's not,
his
damn
time.
it. You're going to stay right here and you're going to pray for this nation. This is your destiny from God. The world is watching you and you're going to pray right now. And I love you.
I'm here with the winner, Bryce Mitchell. Bryce, congratulations to both of you. Tremendous fight, back and forth battle. You were declared the winner. Talk me through the fight. How do you feel?
Take your time.
He's the hardest hitter I've ever fought. I didn't expect him to be so fast and move so well. And his grappling defense is so good too. I brought this Bible in here tonight because I do believe Satan has taken over this earth. And something specifically I'm talking about is these fires in Hawaii. I'll be donating $5,000 to Dan Ige tonight to give to people in Hawaii because I know he lost friends, they lost their homes, they lost their children. And I love these people with all my heart, and we have to show Satan that he can do nothing through the power of Christ when we come together.
Let me ask you about your eye. Obviously, Dan connected with a couple of good shots there. Opened up a cut above and underneath it. How much did that impair your vision?
Oh, that's a scratch, man. That ain't nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, also, too, these fires in Hawaii, I don't believe that they were natural. I believe they were man-made. They're trying to take the land from the natives. And I want Dan Ige, a native Hawaiian, to lead this world in prayer against the power of Satan.
Well, congratulations on a great fight. Dan Ige, congratulations as well. Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty, tremendous performance, my brother.
Please let Dan pray.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell.
Okay, so to me that is very significant that even in the MMA that fighters such as him are speaking out. And I think it's also very important that he brought faith into the conversation, because whenever I speak to people, you know, that are experts or have been around tragedies like this, the common thread I hear is that this is the cause of this, or what's behind this tragedy is pure evil. And he points that out. The first thing he did when he was when, you know, they rose his hand and said he was a winner, is he got his Bible and was holding it on his chest. And they have, most of the clips have edited the prayer out. After he speaks, he does do a prayer with Dan Ige. And so he used his platform to spread the word about what really happened in Lahaina. And he was interviewed by Michael Bisping, who was a very dominant fighter back in the early 2000s, maybe 2007, 8, 9, when BJ Penn was at his prime. So I was really pleased to hear that. And just one little thing that I just kind of thought was interesting. I don't think it has anything to do with the fire, but I did a video of Kevin McCarthy. So you can go look for that video. He's on the thumbnail. He wore an emblem on his shirt. I'm not going to say what that means, because then my video will have a context box underneath. I'm trying to prevent that from happening. But you could watch that video and it'll explain what I'm talking about. But the emblem represents something very significant. He was actually ousted by Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz kind of led the way in getting him kicked out of his position as Speaker of the House. Speaker of the House is a pretty high position. It's right under the Vice President. So this was a big deal. Never has this happened in U.S. history. He was making deals, illegal deals with Democrats on the side, and I think personally benefiting from things, using his position to benefit. So he was kicked out of his position. So now there's this conversation of who's going to fill that position. And a lot of people are saying they want Donald Trump in that position. I don't think he's going to want to do that, because he's already been president. So that would be 2 steps below what he already was. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think most likely someone like, you know, Jim Jordan is going to take that position. I wouldn't mind if Matt Gaetz were to, you know, go for that position. But I just thought it was interesting that he was, you know, in Maui speaking with a very controversial emblem on his shirt. And now he's no longer Speaker of the House. So just thought I'd mention that. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you ordered a shirt, if you emailed me, and I haven't gotten back to you, just be patient. I got a lot of orders, so I want to thank you guys for the overwhelming response for shirts. I'm so glad you guys want to represent the cause and keep the conversation going. I'm doing this all myself, so it might take me a while to get back to you and, you know, check what I have. The first stock of shirts have sold out right away. And so I have a second stock coming probably tomorrow, which is Friday. So I can get some more shirts out tomorrow. But after that second stock, I'm not going to be doing the distribution and, you know, mailing of the shirts. I'm going to have Shopify deal with that so I can focus on other things, you know, making content and taking care of my life. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's what I'm planning going forward with the shirts. And I will get back to you if I haven't yet, but just be patient with me. So yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.